Yes, this will be wonderful for you to stop that dry skin of yours in the weather. It's really good. And if you have any troubles, come back to us again.
Thank you very much for being most helpful.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Well, good afternoon, boys and girls. Today we're in the well-known department store of David Jones in Newcastle, talking about my job. I'd like you to meet Miss Josephine Lewis, whose job is a cosmetician. Is that right?
That's right.
Josephine, how long have you been doing this work?
3 years now. I started in Hobart.
Did you come straight from school, did you?
No, I was working in a fashion department and I answered an ad for cosmetics as I was always interested in it, and I got the position.
So an interest in cosmetics is the thing that started you off in the first place?
Yes, that's right.
And you were in Hobart for how long?
12 months, and then I shifted up here to Newcastle.
What training have you had, particularly in cosmetics?
Well, we've had training in nearly all brands, and the one we specialise in most, we have a week's training in Sydney.
Each girl in this particular store, or each group of girls, specialise in one particular brand. Is that the idea?
That's right, yes.
There are also girls who work full-time for a firm that makes these cosmetics. Would that be right?
Yes, they have consultants that will be full-time in, like Newcastle, and just go around the suburbs. And then they'll have a consultant which will go all around, like Australia, different states.
Is it an interesting job, your one?
I think so. It's very interesting, helping people with their different skin types and trying to get the right thing for them.
We took a bit of a survey among some of the girls who are leaving school in 3rd, 4th and 5th years, and the job they wanted to find out most about was this job of a cosmetician. Do you need any special education for a start?
No, I don't think so. I mean, to be a bright sort of person, I think people like to be served by somebody that is bright and helpful and really cheerful.
Are there any formal courses perhaps at schools or technical colleges these days?
Oh, nothing that really leads up to the cosmetic type of thing. You have to learn that when you come.
Mainly this is done by the actual firms themselves who make these cosmetics.
That's right, yes. They'll give you their own particular training, which they think is the best way to sell cosmetics.
Do you do any demonstrations here in the store, or you just meet people one at a time?
Well, anybody that wants to have a makeup or try anything on, we will be only too happy to, put their makeup on for them and show them how it looks.
I suppose different times of the year mean that different problems come up in makeup too, do they?
Oh yes, I mean summer you have the very oily skin, and winter you have the very dry skin, which we try to give them something that'll counteract.
Josephine, would you say that this job as a cosmetician is hard to get into initially for a teenager?
For beginning, yes. Unless you have training, it's very hard to get into the stores. Very hard.
How would you suggest that a girl who's leaving school and wants to get into this job would go about it? Is there an easy way?
Oh, not really. I mean, to get the situation vacant, to see if you can get in, I mean, you find most jobs are open to a young teenager to start off with. You'd be lucky if you got in.
How about starting work in perhaps a chemist shop or in a department store selling beauty aids such as this? That would be pretty good training for a young girl, wouldn't it, if they could get a job like that?
Yes, it would be. I think there's probably many jobs open like that. You've just got to find them.
Just a matter of looking. Well, thank you very much for being on our My Job segment today. Miss Josephine Lewis was interviewed today in My Job. She's a cosmetician here at David Jones in Newcastle, telling us about her very interesting job as a cosmetician.